Hey everybody, welcome back to the Shacknews E3 live stream brought to you by HyperX. I am your host, Long Reads editor at Shacknews, David L. Craddock, and we are once again at the E3 Esports Zone brought to you by Seb Nation, and I'm joined today by some guests from Konami to show off the new Contra game Rogue Ops. So I wonder if I could have you fellas introduce yourselves.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for having us here today. I'm Benjamin Kinney. I'm the brand manager for the new Contra Rogue Core game.
I'm Nobuya Nakasato.
So my name is Nobuya Nakasato.
僕新作のコントラのプロデューサーしてます。
I'm the producer of the new Contra.
Excellent. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we have here today. I wonder if you could give me a little bit of background on the game and how you brought Contra back to us.
Absolutely. I'll let Nakazato-san speak to that mostly, but I will say that we're at 30 plus years, and he's been with Contra since Contra 3. So this gentleman right here is a vast pool of Contra knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and let him field that question. Nakazato-san, tell us a little bit about how we got here today and how you brought this game to fruition.
このゲームについて、どういうふうにこれをもう一度世に出そうと思ったんですか。
今日もね、あっちのブースの方でレトロゲームコーナーがあるみたいに結構昔のゲームが今盛り上がってて、でミニ NES とか NES とか今度出るミニジェネシスとかのコントラが採用されてるんですけども、そういうちょっと盛り上がってる空気の中、新作をぜひ遊びたいっていうような要望をもらってて、これはもう作るしかないと思ってちょっとやりました。
So we saw this actually today that a lot of people are enjoying those retro games. A lot of people are enjoying the arcade cabinets over there. People are also enjoying the Contra games on the NES Mini, the Super NES, NES Mini, and the upcoming Sega Genesis. So for a long time we were asked to make a new Contra game, and we thought it was the right timing to bring back the franchise.
Excellent. Well, I have to say Contra 3 The Alien Wars is my favorite Contra game, so it's a real honor to talk to you. And I wonder if you could tell us what we're seeing here. Tell us a little bit about the new Contra game.
Absolutely. So this is the first time we'll show this particular gameplay in public. This is the character that you're seeing right here is the Gentleman. He's the distinguished member of the Rogue Corps. And by distinguished, I'm air quoting because it's kind of a bunch of scoundrels who operate out of what's called the Damned City. As Nakazato-san pointed out, this is after the events of Alien Wars Contra 3. So humans think they've won, and all of a sudden this huge city comes tearing up out of the ground, and you get an opportunity to basically get involved in a whole bunch of mayhem through the player art here. And this particular character himself is an alien, proof that not all aliens can be bad guys. And he has an array of his own personal special abilities. Obviously you can see a dash there. Various weapons he can toggle between. He's already on cooldown right now, but he can vomit up a black hole and suck all the bad guys in. So it's really a fresh take on Contra, but at the same time acknowledges all the things that make Contra Contra. It's got the flips, it's got the platforming, it's got the huge amounts of bullet hell going on. It's taking all of those things that Nakazato-san loves about Contra and putting that fresh new take on it to bring to a modern audience.
I wonder if you could tell me about how you keep that classic Contra side-scrolling run-and-gun feel in this new perspective and with the new art style.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm actually letting Nakazato-san deal with that. Nakazato-san, how do you combine the old school feel of gameplay with Contra with this new game that you have?
今回の新しいアプローチに加えて昔の雰囲気を
やっぱりインターネットを使ったマルチプレイとか、長く遊べるようなその武器の、アップグレードとかいう要素が入ってるんだけど、やっぱりあんまりプレイする前にすごく覚悟がいるような何時間もかかるなとかすごい複雑なテーマがあるようなものではなくて、もうコントローラーに入れたらすぐにもう5分で楽しめるような純粋に楽しめる分かりやすさみたいなところはすごく変えちゃいけないところと思って重視して作ってます。
So of course, with this new game, we're introducing new elements such as online multiplayer and weapon upgrades, which would add high replayability to the game. But ultimately, Contra is about a game that is easy to pick, easy to play, easy to dive in, that you don't have to think a lot before playing. So we definitely wanted to keep that in the game.
難しいことを考えないで頭を空っぽにしてわーって遊べるみたいなクレイジーなもの。
This is a game, yeah. You enjoy yourself. You're just being, really it's an easy game to play.
Yeah, just jump in and blast them all. I mean, he's exactly right, and that's the essence of Contra, right? It's grabbing a friend, grabbing in this case up to 4 friends, hopping in and just really blasting things and having a great time. And that's the spirit of what Contra always has been, right?
Sure.
It's that insanity of just having that great time with your friends.
Sure. Now, on the subject of the spirit of Contra, are we going to have a Konami code in this game?
We all know the code, right?
Of course.
Nakazawa-san earlier was asked this question, so I'll just paraphrase for him. It's a secret, right? You're not supposed to know the code. If we told you the code,
then you'd want to use the code.
Then you'd want to use the code.
Of course.
So, I mean,
that's true.
It's a great question, and I will say on that note, the Contra Legacy Collection, the Contra Historic Collection came out today. So that's 10 Contra games plus the Japanese games. It's a great place to jump in. That's actually live today. Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC. That's a great place to start learning Contra. You want to use the Contra code? Start there, and then when Road Core comes out in September, we'll see what the secret code has in store, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can say I do have Contra, the collection, pre-ordered on my Switch, so I'm looking forward to that during the flight home. I wonder if you could tell me a little bit about the weapons and the items in this game. What classic Contra arsenal will be making a comeback, and a little bit more about some of the new weapons and items that you mentioned, such as the black hole.
Sure, I'll talk a little bit about the weapons that are in there in terms of power, but then I can let him talk about the weapon combinations and how he went about that process. So in terms of classic weapons, you'll see the spread gun power-up show up. You'll see some of the other, like the plasma missiles, things along those lines. They're hidden throughout maps, right? And they're a huge power boost. And occasionally characters will have special access to those as well. So there's definitely that nod in terms of finding that really cool golden icon floating around the map, right? It's a critical thing you definitely want to keep your eye out. In terms of what Road Core does for weapon development and weapon building, there's tons of customization, and each character is built out to sort of suit your own playstyle. And if Nakazawa-san, you can kind of talk about how that customization works and the thought process you went into making a weapon start out just like a little machine gun, and then by the end it's just crazy.
今回の武器の開発というかアイディアはどういうふうに思うんですか。やっぱりコントラクレイジーなものが多い。
やっぱりコントラっていうと、昔は2人プレイだったんだけど、今回たくさんで遊んでほしくって、でその時に俺こんななんか変な武器作っちゃったみたいな、友達に思わず自慢できるようなもう正統派からネタ系までいろいろ考えました。
So yeah, normally until now, Contra games were about 2 persons playing the game, but this time it's up to 4 persons. So it would make sense to have more variety in the weaponry, so you could brag about the weapons that you made with your friends and bring like crazy ideas into the weapons that you're making.
And he's not kidding when he says crazy ideas. Some of the weapons I've seen, they wouldn't even let me talk about, right?
Sure, yeah.
By the end, you've got these there's just basically fireworks and explosions. You're like, what am I doing? Things are dying in front of you. It's so much fun to play as you get to the higher levels. You get to really feel like you've built and created your own gun that you kind of customize for your favorite character. So it's really, really entertaining. And you just collect all that through gameplay, right? Just your normal gameplay, you're just building stuff out, having a good time. You're like, oh, I'm going to stick this on my gun. Oh, that didn't work out. I'll take it off. And what does this do? And all of a sudden, you've got like little tiny drones flying around. So it's madness. So it's a great part of this game.
Well, and what I've always loved about Contra, ever since I was a kid, before I knew about things like cheat codes, was the guns in Contra almost feel like codes themselves. You get a real feeling of empowerment when you pick up the spread shot, which is my favorite, or the spiral missiles.
Yep.
You get that empowerment when you keep running and gunning.
Yeah, and Contra Road Core, it still has that empowerment, right? You as a player, through the whole game, you've got that. It's totally irreverent. It's over the top. Explosions. It's just like you snag a thing, and all of a sudden you're chunking down life, and people are just collapsing in front of you. And then you call a couple buddies online, or you say you pick them with a pub group. You can just totally get on and just blast your way through a mission. So it's got all that kind of essence that he's been working on for, literally 20, 30 years at this point. So
for my last question today, I've noticed the level, there's a lot going on, and I wonder, is there much exploration in the levels, or are they do you have a path that you follow through them?
So the missions themselves are, we'll say, they're slightly exploratory, but there's definitely a feel for how you're going to be guided through them. But what really matters when you're going through the missions, you have to be paying attention, because there are those secrets, there are those power-ups that are hidden around. Because if you're just breezing through, especially even speedrunners, you can get through, dodging stuff and whatever, but your ranking goes down. As we just saw here a second ago, you get ranked and scored, you get cool power-ups based on what you've accomplished. So yeah, you can set time clicks, and you might miss things along the way, but you're not going to get as cool unlocks, you're not going to get as cool rank, your in-game currency used to upgrade your cybernetics and your eyeballs and all that cool stuff will be less available to you. So take your time, play through the maps, because there's a lot of richness in them that if you're just breezing through it full tilt, you'll definitely miss out on it. It's got a lot of layers of complexity and lots of different missions, each one very, very different feel. Lots of character in this game. So
Excellent. And I thought I noticed at the end of the level there seemed to be a score that you earn. How do you go about earning higher scores in the levels?
Did you kill everything? How quick were you? And then how much damage? Like just staying alive, all the things, did you find all the secrets, all the power-ups, the capsules, things along those lines, all that stuff goes into that score at the end. And that also determines when you're ranked out at the end, what kind of cool stuff you unlock along the way. So definitely want to shoot for higher scores, see how quick you can be while also being efficient about what you're doing. And it's great bragging rights. We've already had people up in the booth playing and being like, oh, we beat you by 3,000 points. So that trash talk is definitely there, and that's important in Contra as well, because at the end of the day, whether it's playing with your little brother and letting him play on the janky controller or playing with your friend online, being able to talk some trash is super important. So, and we'll talk more about that in the future too. There is PvP in this game, that'll be in the future, and there's couch co-op, a whole different game mode that he's custom created, and we'll touch more on that in the future as well. But for the moment today, we're just, I'm fired up, man. I've been playing this for a little while. I'm so excited to bring it to E3 and to you guys to see.
Absolutely. So, are there many events like this we see? I don't know if it's a giant boulder or some sort of alien rolling toward it. What sorts of interactions in the levels can we expect to see?
You can't spoil all that.
No, don't spoil all of it.
This man worked so hard. There's so many crazy enemies, some of which you'll recognize from the past, some of which are new. But it's the whole thing is designed to create pressure and fun and like put you in situations where it's awkward and then like figure out how to blast your way through. And how nimble and dexterous you are. So yeah, this game, it's going to keep you on your toes. That's all that really matters.
That's excellent. Yeah. So the Contra Anniversary Collection launches today. When will the new Contra game, Rogue Core, be out?
So September 24th in the US, Canada, Mexico. September 26th for the rest of the world. And $39.99. We're excited to bring it to you.
Excellent. And for my last question, a bonus round.
As many questions as you want.
Excellent. Well, what does it mean to you to keep working on the Contra franchise and bring this new game to players?
Yes, what does it mean for you to be working on the Contra franchise for so long and then bring this brand new game?
長くずっともうコントラの話をしてもこれをもう今回
やっぱりなんだろうな、さっきも言ったみたいにゲームってどんどん複雑に高度に進化してるけど、誰でも分かりやすい人種とか男女とか年齢とか関係なくすぐにもう純粋に楽しいだけっていうものがやっぱり長く受け入れられてる秘訣かな。
Yeah, as games are getting more advanced, more complicated, we wanted to go back to a formula where anyone can play, anyone can enjoy something simple that would bring fun to everyone.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure. And that will do it for this segment. We've got more coming up. So once again, I am your host, Shacknews Long Reach Editor David L. Craddock. If you're enjoying this content, go to shacknews.com. Check out our Mercury service for as low as $1 a month to get more content like this. Stay with us.